Right then, guys, we just had that absolutely abysmal performance from Liverpool, and I'm just going to do a quick match reaction to it. I'm going to try and keep it a little bit shorter than I normally do. So, basically, I thought we'd moved on from performances like this, and I suppose not. I guess this performance, guys, has shown how lucky we actually were against Leicester the other day. And, we knew we were. It was own goals that we won it by. But today was just appalling. And, I thought we started pretty brightly, if I'm being honest. Nunes having that shot cleared off the line, what does this guy have to do to score? But other than that, first half, atrocious. Brentford dominated the game from start to finish. They had the ball in the net 4 times in the first half. And we was lucky to only go in at half time, like 2-0 down. It's the same old, teams are now just putting the ball at the back post, knowing that Trent or whoever's at left backs just not up to it anymore to defend, and we're just so vulnerable there. The second goal as well. How did we go from them having a goal disallowed, and then 13 seconds later we're 2-0 down? Second half, can you tell? Second half, I thought we performed a bit better, but if I'm being honest with you, is that just down to the fact that Brentford took the foot off the gas? More down to like our performance? Because if I'm being honest with you, I don't think we really created much, and Brentford just sat back and hit us again on the counter-attack and got that third goal. We can go on and on about the owners, but I think Klopp needs to take some blame now as well. The press conference before this game where he sat there and he's, saying something like he's sick of the who's next mentality that us as Liverpool fans have got. We've signed Gakpo and we're all like, well, who's next? It's like, no, Jurgen, it's not who's next because of we're greedy. It's because we can see we've got a problem in midfield, and it's like, yeah, all well and good we're signing a striker or an attacker or a wing or whatever you want to call him, but we need midfielders. I would rather we didn't sign Gakpo and sign Moses Caicedo or whoever it's going to be. We need a midfielder, and this game again has just shown that it's just not up to it anymore as the midfield. Jamie Carragher said it best. I'll quote him now. He basically said that this is an ageing team that's coming to its end. Jurgen, he can trust and believe in his players all he wants, but we need refreshment. If we don't get it, guys, we can kiss goodbye to Champions League next year. And then with that, signing players that you think we're going to sign, like Jude Bellingham and so on and so forth, we're not going to be signing these players. It's as simple as that. Because FSG are not spending now, because apparently we've got no money. We're going to have even less money next year if we don't qualify for the Champions League. It's as simple as that. Just when we're talking about the owners there, John Henry has just been booed by the Red Sox owners in Boston at the stadium today, at Fenway. He came out and he got booed by the fans. So it's not just Liverpool fans that are having a problem with him. The Boston Red Sox are also having a problem with FSG. And all them top Reds out there saying that they saved us and did this and did that. Yes, appointed Jurgen Klopp. Yes, expanded the stadium. Yes, they sorted out the training facility. But other than them 3 things, they don't do anything for us. We literally live within our means. They do not put any money into the club. We only spend what we earn. And I'm not asking to be like Man City and Chelsea. But when we're missing out on players like Jurgen Klopp wanted Daniel Marlin, and it was like 27 million or something, and he's been told he has to sell Shaqiri and Origi before we can even think about signing Daniel Marlin, and then we miss him and he goes to Dortmund. Yeah, fair enough. He's not lit the world on fire. But who's to say that would have been different under Jurgen? Timo Werner. Jurgen Klopp had to call him personally and apologise, basically, that we weren't going to sign him, and tell him it wasn't because of him, it was because we couldn't get a deal sorted. RB Leipzig wanted the release clause paid up front. We wanted to do it in instalments because of COVID. And then we went and signed Jota, and we didn't even pay anything for Jota when we first got him in his first season. We didn't start paying for Jota until the season afterwards. It's mental, guys, honestly. FSG out, I swear. And I know you might be thinking this is just because of this result, but it's been a build-up of constant just lack of investment. We should have been investing when we were winning the league, winning the Champions League like Man United used to do. Not just sitting back on your laurels. This team's falling apart, guys, but I'm going to go into my match ratings now for the team. So basically, I've given Alisson a 6. You know, some good saves to keep the score down, to be fair. Trent, 5, at fault for the second goal, but a great assist for our goal. Can't deny him that. Kanate, too easily outmuscled for the third goal. It was not a foul for me. I don't follow Jurgen Klopp's line of thought that it was a foul. I do not believe it was a foul, guys, honestly. He did show some great pace, though, to help out at the back. You know, throughout the whole game, it was good to have his pace there. Van Dijk, I give him a 5. Brentford got behind the left-hand side over and over again. He needed more help from Costas, and he went off injured as well, didn't he? Let's wait and see what happens there. Shimikas, 4. Poor. Just straight up poor. I remember after the Leicester game, I was calling for Shimikas to come on a little bit earlier to replace Robbo. What a mistake I made there. Fabinho, 5. Still too slow in midfield. I think the minutes are catching up to him for where we've been relying on him to be like our DM. And we just need someone to come in that position that's going to push him or replace him now. Elliott, yet another game that, in my opinion, has shown that he still has much to learn to play in midfield. And the dummy in the build-up to the second goal was just showed to me he has much to learn and his immaturity still. Why are you doing that in your own half? Well, you know, as was it Gary Neville saying, the crowd's up. Why are you doing that? Brentford are on it. It will come with time with Elliott. I do believe he's going to come good, but he needs to be like phased in and out for me. Thiago, man at match, even though I won't really give anybody it. Thiago, man at match, give him a 7. Another solid display, great tackling and taking the yellow card for the team, you know, which he had to do. Passing slightly disappeared as the game went on, which it would have done, you know, he was knackered probably by the end of the game, to be fair, running around as much as he did. Ox, I've given him a 5. Apart from the goal, he was anonymous for me. Gakpo just needs to be chucked in as soon as he can be. Nunes, 6. As I said previously, what does he need to do to score? Like, seriously, off the line. The finish that he did for the goal for offside as well was, you know, really, really good. It's going to come with time, but it needs to happen now. Next game, he needs to start banging these goals in. Salah, 5. Another quiet game from him now. He needs to start showing more. His link-up play with Darwin is showing promise, but for me, my personal opinion, he's nowhere near as dangerous as he was, you know, last season, that season before. And I think this is highlighting how much we're missing Mane now, because do you remember last year when Salah was off it and Mane came through and he was like pulling us through games? You know, we need Salah back to his best, and I don't know how we're going to do that. Subs, Matip, I give him a 6. You know, he made the defence a little bit more solid. And, you know, Jones, what was the point? Didn't really show much, didn't have much time on the pitch, really, to give him a score. Keita, I'll give him a 6 as well. You know, he did a little bit here and there, but other than that, not much. You know, showed a bit of energy, shall we say, to the midfield. You know, we've got the FA Cup game next against Wolves. Gakpo needs to be chucked in. We need to see what he's all about. And again, guys, I'll just repeat, this is another performance that showed the midfield is not up to it, and it needs help now. Not in the summer, because it'll be too late by then, and we won't be signing the players that we all think we'll be signing, and it'll have lasting effects if we don't qualify for the Champions League this year. You know, and it could all just fall apart if we don't sign anybody in this window. So I'm going to leave that there, guys. I will be doing a video about this Matheus Nunes stuff that's just come out during the game. That'll be up within an hour or so just stick around for that. If you like this video, give it a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything else I've got going on. And I'll catch you in the next one.